sunt Bogdan Alecu și bine ați venit la o nouă emisiune ZF Logistica Businessului, un program realizat de ziarul financiar și element industrial. Astăzi îl avem invitat alături de noi pe Olivier Van Houtte, CEO al companiei de curierat Cargus. Hello, thank you very much for joining us today. I'm very curious about your business with the lockers of the new investment you announced. Do we have an HR problem in Romania, for example? And does this explain the new strategy?
We don't have a real HR problem, but it is the resources are scarce. So we have to pay attention to pay well the people and to be very active in finding people in all channels. We are using all channels we can, including Facebook and other social media, so that we can attract the right people. And we're talking about drivers, we are talking about people in the hubs, and we are talking also about employees in general. As you know, for the peak period, we have, like everybody, an extra volume of work, and therefore we need an extra volume of drivers and blue collars. And so this is a kind of a problematic that we have every year. But this year it is a bit more difficult since there are less people available after the COVID. It's kind of amazing, but it's a situation that you would see everywhere in Europe. We just wonder where are they. But whether you are in the Horeca business or in our business, in the transportation business, it's difficult to find this kind of people. But we manage. So far, we don't have too many problems. We had a problem in May and June. And then we recovered the number of drivers we needed because we needed to also adapt to our growth. We grow by 20%, and so in a context of the industry that is maybe growing by 10%, and with the inflation and with the social tension and socio-economic tensions, it's not bad. But then therefore we need more drivers, and so we had a moment where it was difficult to find them, but we have them, and we will have enough drivers for the peak season.
Is it this the motive because behind the investment in the locker network? You announced a 40 million euro investment in this
Correct.
network.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All what we do is driven by the consumer and the satisfaction of the consumer. Therefore, the satisfaction of the merchants, because the consumer will buy more. So it is a trend that you will see everywhere in Europe. Romania was probably one of the last one to get on board of this trend, but the Romanian in general are fast learners, and new technology, they are fast adopters of new technologies and new ways of doing. So we can see that now Romania is among maybe the top 6 or 7 in Europe in the out of home. And so it is a trend. It is a trend because people want the flexibility. They want to be able to get the product when they want, where they want. They don't want to be stuck at home and wait for the drivers, and they know that the drivers might eventually come in the morning or in the afternoon, but it's not more precise. So more and more people want to be able to get the product at their convenience. So it's all about convenience. And yes, in the same time, operationally, it's interesting for us. Therefore, we can also be more attractive in price. So it's a double advantage for the consumer and for the merchants. We can offer a cheaper service and more convenience. So that's why we have decided to go massively and have the largest network of out-of-home in Romania. It took some time. We could have done that faster, like some of our competitors, but we wanted to think about it, do it well. So we have different lockers than the others, a more modern generation that fits better to the habit and the flexibility, again, that we want for the consumer. And we want to combine that with a network of stores, what we call PUDO, pick up and drop off points where you can go to a store and collect your parcel, because we believe the combination is what makes it very interesting for the consumer.
How do you see the e-commerce market in the second half of 2022 and in 2023? I'm asking you because some retailers said that many people are willing to go back to the stores, to the classic stores or shopping centers, and not order online as much. Do you feel it, or it was just a feeling of someone else?
No, first of all, I don't feel it, but I understand what they say. You know, when people have been locked in their home for so long, could not go and do shopping, could not go and have this experience. And in Romania, like in many countries, going to a shopping mall is something that you do in family, and it's a moment. Even if you don't buy anything, you walk. It's a nice environment, and you can find new things. It's interesting. It's a nice shopping experience. It's interesting. So yes, there was just when the COVID measures were over, you could see that a lot of people would go back to the traditional retail stores. We didn't feel that in sales. On the contrary, it can continue to grow nicely. But you know, with the crisis that we have, it's going to be difficult to predict where is it going to go. My belief is that internet e-commerce will continue to grow faster than the retail. Why? Because the product that consumer will buy will change. Instead of buying high-end or middle-end product, they might buy cheaper clothing, but they will continue to buy clothing. And internet offers so much choice, and you can get so much bargain that you cannot find when you go to one specific place. And so unfortunately, I believe that the one who are going to suffer from the crisis that everybody is predicting is the brick and mortar stores, not the e-commerce. So I believe that e-commerce will continue to grow at a fast pace, because people are getting used to it. Thanks to COVID, people that would never buy something on internet did it. They realize that it is so convenient. And more product now are available on the internet. Basically, everything is available on the internet, from food to clothes to cars to insurances. And if you go on the dark net, which I guess you don't go, like I don't, but you can find drugs and weapons. So everything is available on the internet. And so I don't believe that it's going to slow down. No.
Which segment is growing faster for you, business to business or business to consumer?
It is business to consumer. Business to consumer is definitely going faster, and the acceleration is also due to these marketplaces. There are more and marketplaces like EMAG in Romania, but there are other marketplaces that are popping up, because it's a place where you go there, or you go to Amazon, for instance, and you'll find everything you want, and you will find even a competitive product, and so you can compare, and it's easy. You go to one place. So and more of the merchants go on these marketplaces, and that will make it that it grows faster, the B2C. But we should not forget about the B2B, because also it's a market that is growing. Everything goes on internet right now.
How much warehouse have you rented this year? I've seen one transaction in Constanța. Do you have another one in Bucharest?
Yeah, we have opened 9 logistic warehouse this year, and but the main one is the City Park in Bucharest. So we had one big warehouse in Magurele. We have now a second one in City Park where we double the capacity. So that means together we triple the capacity just for Bucharest, which is 40% of our business. And we have now a new warehouse in Constanța, which is in a Class A building with an ambient warehouse unit. We have about I believe 2,800 square meters there. We have also offices of 250 square meters. So that's a nice solution. And I don't know if you remember, we had unfortunately a fire in our Oradea warehouse, and so we are going to open in mid-October, end of October, our new warehouse in Oradea, but we'll communicate more later on this topic. So yes, it's important for us. Over the last 2 years, we have invested 20 million in our operational infrastructure. So it is important for us, and now the focus is on the ship and go network and the digital integration solutions, because of course you need to. It's fine to have lockers and it's fine to have ship and go places, the PUDO places, but you need a good IT infrastructure behind that, because everything is going to be operated by our app, and it's got to be able to communicate to all the different people in the game, and their devices, their system, and with the consumer, with the different payment solutions. So we have made a major investment there too.
When you rent a new warehouse, what are your main criterias? What do you take into account?
We have a way to, when we collect the goods, and we have a sorting line, and then at the end of the sorting line we have to split that into the different for the different drivers. So we look for a certain shape of building with enough gates so that the drivers can go in and out fast, easily, without making disturbances. We are of course very focused on what is green. We want to have right now, it's the decision has been made last year. All the investment we do has to be environmentally friendly. So like in CTP, the warehouse that we have, the plan next year is to have solar panels on the roofs. So this is the kind of aspect that are very important for us. So it is the localization. Of course, it has to be close to where we need to be, but easy to access, to get in and out. No, so not too close to a city, but not in the center of a city. The shape of the building, the size, the square meters, so that we can grow. We always want to be able to double or triple the capacity there. So and then it has the environmental aspect, the sustainability aspect is very, very important for us. It is important because we believe in it, but it's also important because of our customers. Our international customers are requiring more and more suppliers, efforts from the suppliers in this with this regard, which is very fine for us, and I believe it can be a major differentiator.
I understand. Will you plan to open other or to rent other warehouses in 2023, for example? You said about Oradea, so Oradea will be next at the end of
Yes.
October. Can you tell us what the surface will be?
I don't have that detail in mind, no, but it will be like Constanța, I believe. No, what we are doing right now is we're also opening we are developing our international cross-border business. So like now we're in Poland, we have just opened a small warehouse so that we can do more business with the Polish manufacturers. So we have a team dedicated to Poland. So we have now 22 Polish customers. We start the business with them. So we collect the goods there. It's a hub so that we can then ship the product by a line haul to Romania, to Oradea warehouse, and there again we dispatch that to across the border, across the country. And so we're going to develop that in other countries in the near future. Our objective is first, after Poland, it is to open Czech, Slovakia area, Hungary, and then Germany. Depending on what we find, might be the ore is not very important, but this will be our focus. And we also are developing a very close relationship with some companies in Bulgaria to be able to ship from Romania to Bulgaria.
I'm curious, how do you see Romania on this market? Are we becoming a regional player? Because in Romania, some companies opened logistic points from where they deliver to countries in the Balkans or to Southeastern Europe, or in this region. I mean, the entire Central and Eastern Europe. Poland and the Czech Republic and Slovakia are the main players.
Yeah, they are still the main players. Poland definitely is a big machine, and with a lot of people, and therefore they have a lot of potential. The problem with Romania is that Romania is not yet part of Schengen, so having a warehouse here, then you lose 1 day at the custom before you cross the border. So that's really a drawback. Otherwise, I believe once, hopefully it's not too far away, we can join the Schengen environment. It will help the business dramatically, and it will help the economy in general.
Will it grow? The business of Cargus, will it grow if Romania will be part of Schengen?
It could grow because it would be easy to do business. It would be easier to do business. It would become cheaper because when we lose 1 day with a truck, you need to pay this truck. And so all goods are everything is more expensive because of that. There is no added value from this. So if you can have a business that is smoother, faster, it's all benefit for our customers and the consumer.
Now everybody's talking about Schengen. 10 years we have been waiting for it, and no results until now. Because everybody says about this, a truck loses 1 day in the customs, and it's very bad for business.
Yeah, of course, all barriers for business are not good, and that's one barrier.
How will be Cargus business this year? How much will it grow in comparison with last year? And will it grow?
Yeah, we grow by 20%.
Okay.
We grow by 20% in terms of volume, and we grow by 12% in terms of revenue. Why is there a difference? It's not that we decrease the price, but we sell more B2C than we grow more on the B2C side. So that means smaller parcels compared to the B2B. So our mix has changed, but we are very happy about the results. For next year, we count again on the 20% growth that will come again by e-commerce development. I really strongly believe that e-commerce is not going to slow down. By our out-of-home network development, thanks to that, we get new customers. Like we are going to, and I cannot disclose yet names, but we are going to have major Polish customers joining us just because we have this network. They said, okay, since you have, because in Poland, 70% of the consumer are buying through out-of-home their out-of-home network, and for them it's so natural, and they saw how much they grew thanks to that, and they really believe that in Romania it's going to be the same. And since we will be the only one to have this flexibility in terms of network, having lockers and kudos, they selected Cargus to do business with. So that will grow. International business will help us too. But we, in addition to the out-of-home, we also take care of the small businesses. So we have a business that we call subscription. It's relatively new. It's about 1 year. It's about 1 year old now, and so it is a fixed price so that they take a subscription, and it's all included. Delivery is included. A fixed price for all parcels up to 20 kilo, without surcharge. So there is no surcharge. There is no fuel surcharge. This is a fixed price. They know. And so it reduces the risk for the small e-commerce entrepreneur. It reduces their shipping cost. It's a no-brainer, and it's a really easy solution for very small companies. And we've grown 5 times since October 2021, and now we do 5 times more business with this. So it's not huge, but it helps small companies, and it's easy. They just subscribe for 10, 20, 50 transportation per month, and they don't need even to think about it. They just call us. We send the bill after the month, and they know what they're going to pay, and they can plan in their bonus. So all those are also small initiatives, marketing initiatives that we take. We try to be very close to the customer, close to even niche markets. What do they need? How can we satisfy them? What is their blockers?
Mhm.
And how can we go around that? How can we accompany their growth? That's our main focus. And we believe that's talking to the consumer. That's how or the customers. That's how it's going to pay off.
I understand. Okay, thank you very much for the interview.
Okay, super. Thank you very much too. Have a good week.
Have a nice
Bye-bye.
day. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for the interview. Mulțumesc și telespectatorilor noștri și vă doresc o zi bună în continuare. La revedere!